Hi, I'm Gaz. In today's video I thought I'd tell you about my adventures in Australia, so stay tuned to the latest episode of the G-Log.
Meet radio and television personality Gaz Reynolds, the founder of World Domination Records and Great Drive Driving School. Like, comment and subscribe to be part of the journey. This is Gaz Reynolds, the G-Log.
So welcome to another exciting episode of the G-Log. So today I thought I'd do a video about my adventures in Australia. Now this may be spread across several different videos throughout time because so much stuff happened. But I've been juggling with this idea for a while anyway, doing this video on Australia, and I was out there a few years ago, and I was very fortunate to end up signing an Australian artist to my record label, Bleeding Brain Music Inc. And also I got very fortunate because I was featured on Dancing with the Stars in Australia, and I also got very fortunate because I got a radio interview on Kiss FM Australia, and there was a whole load of other stuff that happened as well. Actually my records are distributed to Australia as well, so if any of you guys are tuned in from Australia now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section down below. Of course I'd like to hear from all of my viewers anyway in the comments section down below, and if you've got any experiences of Australia at all, then please do let me know. I would love to hear from you, particularly if you're in the music industry. I'd love to hear your experiences of the music industry in Australia. So anyway, this was a few years back. I was based out in Melbourne in Australia, and I thought I'd just tell you a few things about how I found Melbourne. Firstly, I found all the people extremely friendly, so much more friendly than England. English people tend to be a little bit, well, certainly Londoners tend to be a little bit hostile. That's not always the case, so if anyone's from London or England watching this video now, I don't want to upset you. But yeah, definitely I found Australians to be incredibly friendly. Melbourne's climate is fairly similar to the UK, and to be quite honest with you, I just felt like I was well, I felt as if I was in London, to be quite honest with you, without Westminster Bridge and some of the other tourist attractions. But I definitely felt as if I was in England. Everything there was pretty much the same as what you'd expect to get in the UK. The only difference is, of course, Australian accents. I did come across some kangaroos as well, but they're not running around all over the place like a lot of people seem to think. You do have to travel out to see them, and they're usually in zoos, but there are wild ones there as well. And I did have the fortune of seeing koala bears as well, but again that was in a kind of safari park. But anyway, going back to Melbourne itself, you know, I'll cover some of the other adventures in other videos, because just a video about Dancing with the Stars would probably take up a whole full video, and my interview on Kiss FM would probably take up a full video as well. But I really did find it quite an adventure. I mean, the flight was a bit too long for me. I have done long flights before, but you know, to travel for 25 hours is a bit too much really, and most people will find that. So for me, travelling to Australia is a once in a lifetime journey. I don't know if there's anybody watching this video that may have done the journey more than once from the UK, and I admire you if you did. But yeah, food absolutely wonderful. It was very much like England, so you can pretty much get anything. I found Melbourne very cosmopolitan, like the UK, and well, there's a lot of Europeans in Australia. Most of them are citizens and have got businesses from what I saw out there. And a lot of Australians that I met, they were actually travelling right around Australia, so quite a lot of them had actually taken early retirement and they decided to go travelling, which I thought was quite interesting actually, and I wouldn't mind doing something like that if I ever get back to Australia. But as I said, the journey in itself is horrific. Anyway, so to cut a long story short, in terms of career opportunities for myself, it was really good, because I went to Australia. I signed an artist to my record label. In fact, actually I signed 2 artists, because there was a producer as well who we worked with quite a few times on remixes, and then had a great opportunity of being on Kiss FM Australia and Dancing with the Stars. As I said, I'm going to mention or talk about that in more detail in future videos. Overall, I found going to Australia well worth travelling for. So if any of you guys are actually thinking about travelling to Melbourne or Australia, I would highly recommend it. I'm not a travel vlogger, so please don't think I am. I'm just talking about my own experiences, because I've had the fortune of actually travelling to a lot of different countries over the years. Music scene and nightlife, basically amazing, particularly in Melbourne. Loads of restaurants, really good food, probably a little bit highly priced, but then I suppose you would expect that in any major city. So overall, very good. I really enjoyed my travel. I've got nothing bad to say at all about Australia, except about the long journey, but then I knew that it was going to be long. Today's positive shout out goes to Kimben Wortley. So that Kimben, I hope I've pronounced that correctly. You've had your shout out today. If any of my viewers would like a positive shout out, please leave comments down below, or you can send me an email. I always say in all my videos I will try and get through as many comments or shout outs as possible, but obviously you know, there are quite a lot of people to get through. But anyway, please do keep sending the messages, and I will do my very best to try and get to you ASAP. So before I shut down this video, I would like to remind you that the G-Log album is on pre-order on Apple Music and iTunes, and strangely enough, some of the Australian artists that are on my record label are actually featured on the album. And we have got distribution in Australia as well, by the way, so you can, if you're an Australian citizen and you're watching this video, you will be able to purchase the G-Log album in pretty much any store throughout Australia. Just a reminder that I do now have a Patreon page, and I'd really appreciate your support if you feel that you want to get involved in supporting me and my channel. And just a reminder that I am affiliated with PROMOLTA. PROMOLTA is a very cool company that actually promotes videos, like YouTube videos. And if you use my link down in the description below, then you will get 1,000 free views. If you've enjoyed today's video, then please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.
Out now, Gaz Reynolds' new album, The Wedding Album, as featured on Big Review TV and Radio Harrow. Available at iTunes and all major outlets worldwide.